Welcome back to Mad Talks Football. And Real Madrid have been destroyed, they have been decimated, they have been humiliated, and they have been outclassed by PSG in the Club World Cup semi-final as they got thrashed 4-0, and it was a spanking, to be very honest with you. I mean, it was something really. As I mean, everybody. I said last night, after the Chelsea game, I said that the Real Madrid PSG game should have been a final, in my opinion. I thought any team that the team that won this game would go on to win the final. But after watching that game, I take my words back. I thought, the Chelsea versus Fluminense game was much more exciting. It was much more competitive. It was much more, tough for Chelsea to win that game than it was for PSG to play against Real Madrid. I mean, Real Madrid was shockingly bad. I mean, forget about the mistakes. I mean, I will come on to on that later. And but the way that Real Madrid played and the way that PSG played, I mean, it was something else. I'll be very honest with you. I mean, PSG are on another level at the moment. I don't think there's any team in the world right now who can really go ahead and compete with PSG. And of course, I can be proven wrong and they can lose to Chelsea on Sunday, but I don't think that's going to happen. The way that PSG are playing, they are simply unstoppable. They have been playing like this throughout the season, and they won a Liga very easily. They won the Copa de France. They won the Champions League. The way that they playing, against Aston Villa, against Liverpool, against Arsenal, against Inter Milan in the final, and now in this tournament as well. I mean, it is just, you have to take your hat off and give credit to Luis Enrique. That first 2025, and that has been, their main goal, that's their strategy. The first 20 to 25 minutes of the game, they press you like crazy. It feels like you owe something from of those players, and they are here to take it from you. It is just crazy the way that they press, and no team has been able to handle that. I mean, I saw that semi-final against Arsenal, against my club at the Emirates. The first 20 to 25 minutes, we did not even touch the ball like more than 5 times. And that is Arsenal, a possession-based team. It was really, really hard for Arsenal. And today, again, I mean, Real Madrid had no idea what to do, how to get away, get the ball from PSG. In the first, the Real Madrid had a very good chance early on, I think in the second or third minute. But after that, PSG, just steamrolled over him. And then Real Madrid, of course, they shot themselves in the foot. And people are going to say it was a mistake and, it was an error. But PSG forced that error. PSG forced them to make those mistakes because of how good their pressing was. I mean, they did not let them breathe for a second. It just felt like PSG were 3 or 4 steps ahead in every single move from Real Madrid, and Xavi Alonso and his team had no idea. Both the centre backs making huge mistakes. And PSG are benefiting from it. Fabian Ruiz the first one, Ousmane Dembele in the second, and to make matters worse, Fabian Ruiz scores that third goal around the 25th minute mark, and that was game done and dusted. And I'll say this right now, I think the PSG, they put the bricks in that second half. They slowed their game down there. Like it just felt like they did not play to their strengths in that second half. They let Real Madrid control more of the ball, but Real Madrid were not really able to do anything. And Xavi Alonso, since he has come on, Real Madrid have started playing really good football, and you show glimpses of that today as well. Of course, as I said, PSG are on another level, and Real Madrid are a work in process, with Xavi Alonso. So it's going to take them time. But the difference between two teams was very, very clear today. Whatever Real Madrid tried to do, it didn't really work out. I mean, there was no really clear-cut chance by Real Madrid. I don't think there was any part of the game where PSG felt a threat and where there was any chance where you thought, Real Madrid are really going to score, or any moment in the game where Real Madrid were looking at dangerous. They had a good possession, a period of possession in that second half, about 15 to 20 minutes. They had the ball, but they never really did anything with it. And as I said, it just felt like PSG were letting them have the ball, and they were like, you can have the ball, try to do something. It felt like they're throwing them a challenge, and unfortunately for Real Madrid, they were not really up for the challenge. And then Enrique changes his team, brings it to 3 new players. They come in and then they go ahead and they scored another goal. It could have easily been 5 or 6. I mean, there was a goal for the offside as well. They scored a goal and it was called offside. So as I said, it could have been more goals. It could have been more humiliating for Real Madrid. And PSG, they just owned Real Madrid. There's no doubt about that. They were just simply sensational. and PSG are now going to face Chelsea. And I mean, if I am a Chelsea fan, if I'm Enzo Maresca, if I'm the Chelsea players, I'm watching that game, I would be worried. I'll be very honest. I say that Maresca is building something special at Chelsea, and I agree to that. I completely agree, but I don't think they are going to be able to, you know, hold of this PSG side. Those two players I mentioned yesterday for Chelsea, in Enzo Fernandez, in Moises Caicedo. I mean, already they were super important, and now with the way that PSG are playing, and now because PSG are in the final, their role is going to be like super important. They are the only way Chelsea do something is if those two have a good game. If they lose that midfield battle, I don't think PSG are going to spare them, because I don't trust Chelsea's defense. I don't trust Chelsea's goalkeeper. I think they are worse than Real Madrid's defense. I think he's a, you know, Thibaut Courtois is a much better goalkeeper than you know, David Sanchez. So I'm you know, if I'm a Chelsea fan, I'll be praying that I don't get humiliated like Inter Milan, like Real Madrid against PSG. They are going to be in the final, so best of luck for them. For Real Madrid, it's another one of those, you know, games, another one of those trophies where they have came very close and they have ended up losing it. This sort of have been the story of their year so far, and it has continued to be so as well. It was a good tournament. They played really good football. They've started to understand Xabi Alonso's system. They've started to know what the way he wants to play, the way that he likes his teams to play. They're starting to play like that. They're looking really good. I'm not going to take anything away from them, but today, as I said, it was not their day. They would hope, you know, they can go back and they can have some rest and then they come back for this. That the biggest positive for Real Madrid, in my opinion, is in this Club World Cup was they get to play a tournament before La Liga. You know, they get to play in a competitive tournament as well. You know, it's not it's a tournament where they really had to, you know, they had tough competition, they had tough matches, and they had to play to their, you know, a full strength, and that has helped them learn Xabi Alonso's system, and it is going to you know, help them in a way that if they had just started La Liga and it was going to take them time, now they have already played six games under Xabi Alonso. It is with their new system. They now understand the way that he wants to. So it is going to help them from day one in La Liga. Two players that I really want to talk about, and it's not from, you know, PSG, because all of them are you know, at the moment they are world class. I cannot stop, you know, praising PSG. You know, but two players that I really want to focus in regards to Real Madrid are Kylian Mbappe and you know, Vini Jr. I mean, I'll be very honest, they were pathetic in that game. I just don't know what they're thinking. I understand they're superstars, they're world-class players, whatever, but you need to come out and help your team, especially with the way that PSG were defending. I mean, you could literally see, you know, in the front three, there was only Gonzalo Garcia who was coming back, was tracking back, who was trying to help the team, but the other two, you know, they were just standing there. They were not really doing anything, and I think that is not going to help them. That is not going to work out under Xabi Alonso. And if they really want to help out the team, if they really want to play, and if they really think, you know, they want to win, Real Madrid want to win, those two need to change their attitude, and they really need to work hard. Otherwise, it is going to be a problem for them, and it is going to be a problem for Real Madrid. I am really interested, especially to see how Xabi Alonso handles Vini Jr. I don't think Mbappe is going to be that much of a problem because of his position where he plays. Of course, he's going to demand him to track back, but I don't think it's going to be that important for him. But for Vini, because he plays that wing area, because the way that Xabi Alonso plays, he needs to come back. So that is going to be very important to see how Xabi manages Vini and you know, his attitude and his ego. So yeah, it will be interesting to see. Congratulations to PSG, commiserations to Real Madrid. It will be interesting to see how they react in La Liga. That is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of PSG's performance, Real Madrid's performance, and let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Until next time, bye bye.